there, morning.
Good morning to you, Ranvir. I have a rocket exploding to show you this morning.
Really?
Elon Musk and his SpaceX off really well. They gathered all the data they wanted. They just need to work on the landing, and they've got the next plan for the next one. SN10 is in the pipeline, and the plan is to take humans and cargo into space to the moon and Mars and beyond. So it is worth keeping an eye on that as we head through the next few months. But weather-wise, at the moment, we are looking closer to home at a very messy picture. We have low pressure sitting across the UK. This low pressure here has got cold weather digging in, moving in from the east, and it will slowly drag in this colder air. And it's this that will also make it turn much colder, icy, frostier, with a raw wind through the next few days. But for today, it's still divided. We have wet and windy weather in the north. We have much milder weather further south. This is the weather front that brought all of that snow yesterday. It sits through southern Scotland today. The far north of Scotland, cold and icy. Snow today will mostly be over the highest of ground, but it's the large accumulations all week long that we're particularly concerned by. Further south, look at these temperatures, 8 to 10 degrees. Yesterday it was 2s, 3s and 4s. And the problem we have here is all the rain, all the snow that is set to melt. And that means that it'll go into the catchments, down the rivers. And that means that we see the risk of river level flooding. And those warnings will slowly rise through the coming days. So that is one worth watching. As we head through this evening and overnight tonight, another band of rain moves in through northern England, bumped into the cold area, and yet more snow into southern Scotland. But in the south, it is mild with showers on the way, but set to turn colder for... Morning to you. We had a lot of snow yesterday. Southern Scotland, northern areas of England. That's now changed because the weather fronts moved northwards. It still brings wet and wintry weather across the far north, namely for Scotland, but brighter, sunnier skies have followed on behind. But it is much, much milder. Also keeping around this band of rain here, there's a lot of zones of weather going on this morning. So let's look at the detail at 8 o'clock. The far north of Scotland, mainland Scotland and the Northern Isles remain on the cold, sunny side of things. A frost here. The far south of Scotland, the far north of England, still this weather front sitting here, bringing with it some snow, mostly over high ground, occasionally to lower levels, and it's falling as rain in Northern Ireland. But milder air now moves in through Northern Ireland, Wales, the Midlands. We had that snow yesterday. That will melt as we head through the day today, and that will bring in the coming days the risk of some flooding, with those flood alerts and flood warnings likely to rise. So stay tuned to that. Wet weather sits across southern and then southeastern areas of England. It should stay away from East Anglia, perhaps just clipping the Suffolk coast before it clears away. But for much of England and Wales, it is mild, 9 or 10 degrees today. Still cold in the north. That weather front brings with it rain, but this is biting wind that comes in from the east that will make it feel raw. 3 degrees at best. Most places staying around about freezing, with more accumulations of snow over high ground.